Aloha, this is Kai Pacha with the weekly Pele Report. This is an astrological forecast taking the pulse of the cosmos for May 29th of 2013. I am here in a city park to give an accurate feeling. I want to capture the feeling of Gemini. The sun is in Gemini all this week. Gemini is the city. It's the left brain. It's the lower mind. It's talking, networking, communicating. And that may even be with a goose. Just had to get that one in because the guy is barking at me. Anyway, you know, it's just the moon is now in Aquarius. Community, groups, organizations, yeah. Aquarius is, we're all one, we're all together. It's moving into Pisces on Thursday. Then on Saturday it's going into Aries, where it's going to stay until next Tuesday. We've got the third quarter square moon happening on Friday as she comes around into Pisces and squares that sun. That sun is in square to that Chiron in Pisces this week. I'm going to talk a little bit more about that. But mostly, we've got some big changes coming this week because Mars moves into Gemini on Friday. Mercury moves into Cancer on Friday. Venus moves into Cancer on Sunday. We have 3 planets changing signs this week. So we want to talk about these changes. A couple of them moving from air over into water. Of course, Mars moving from Earth into air. We got some things to talk about, so let me find a nice place to relax here and get into it, yeah? Okay. Alright, I better just hurry up and give this Pele report because this place is close to the airport. I can get buzzed by planes. There's people walking around, fishermen and dogs and little old ladies. And I mean, this is the city. This is Gemini. We've got, you know, Jupiter, Mercury, Venus, the sun, Black Moon, Lilith. It's all going on in Gemini, and that's just what it is. You know, excessive amounts. Jupiter can be excessive. It's expansive. It's, you know, it expands and blows up and makes bigger whatever it connects to. And this is the left brain. And Gemini, the messenger, it's like juggling. Fine, you can juggle 3 balls. Try juggling 4 balls. Try juggling 5 balls. And pretty soon, you know, this is Jupiter and Gemini. I'm trying to juggle 10 balls. And there's, you know, just, you know, it's sextile, this Uranus and Aries, which brings in more of the unpredictable. And this unpredictableness, there's a lot of information coming at us. There's a lot of connections, emails, iPhones. The technology is all increasing, and it's all wonderful and it's all good as long as it's put to the right purpose and takes its right logical, you know, good place in the whole scheme of our whole evolutionary development, and it doesn't get to be too much. So it's a good thing to have this feeling balanced with the thinking, the heart and the head, working in unison, working together. We look at this, you know, what's going on now, and the tendency here is we're in the third quarter moon. Like I said, the moon's in Aquarius, it's going into Pisces, and this is, you know, going to be squaring the sun and the Jupiter, and it's all about, this moon is our feelings are going to be going farther, taking more and more and more things into account. It's beautiful. Community, global concerns, and then moving into Pisces with the spiritual powers and capacities, then this opening up of the crown chakra ruled by Pisces, this moon moving through Pisces for that third quarter square. And this will actually bring about this weekend, as we have that third quarter square with the moon, go back 3 weeks to the solar eclipse that happened in Taurus on the 9th. It's about 3 weeks ago. Those were the seeds. Now, that third quarter phase of the moon brings back and lays on our table the returns or the fruits of the seeds that we sowed 3 weeks ago. So, and in this case, you want to think about your values. Taurus, it was in the sign of Taurus. Your money, your decisions, your survival concerns, your survival needs. And now in that third quarter, it's time to take that out to the next level. Take it out of my personal realm, my personal needs, and see that my personal survival is intrinsically connected to the survival of the community, of the family, of the group, of the tribe. So we are in this space of networking, of connecting, of reaching out, of establishing relationships. And here's where Black Moon Lilith comes in. I think I mentioned that, Mercury conjuncts Black Moon Lilith on Thursday. Venus comes around and conjoins with Black Moon Lilith this weekend. And Black Moon Lilith, I haven't talked about her in a while, but she's moving through Gemini, and she is this feminine aspect of ourselves that has been rejected and is now time to reemerge and to come up again. So she's a shadow character, just like Chiron, just like Pluto, just like Saturn. She brings us into, in the sign of Gemini, it's going to be lies, dishonesty, self-deception. This is a time where our mind, if not really connected to our feelings, can deceive us. We can bullshit ourselves. We can make up excuses and reasons, for taking actions and doing things and setting courses that are not in integrity, that are superficial, that are going to end in, disaster. I think the plane crashing. I wouldn't mind that happening. But anyway, it's really incumbent upon us. It's necessary for us to stay, with our breath, in our bodies, in our feelings. Black Moon Lilith there reminds us to have, to speak truth. And that truth may be, if it's buried shadow stuff, it may be some anger. It may be conversations you'd rather not have, things you would rather not say. But I encourage you not to avoid confrontation at this time, but to use all these aspects to diplomatically and tactfully navigate through conversations that need to be had with our loved ones, with our business partners, so that we can really come into clarity and really see that all of this, Gemini, all of this, the city, all of this, airy stuff here, it's the surface of things. It's a game. And think of these games. Think of the game of Monopoly, and card games and all these different games. What's the purpose of the game? It's not to win. It's to connect with the players. We play games we invite people over to our house. Come on, let's have a bridge club. Let's play Monopoly or Risk or some, Scrabble or something. But it's really so that we can connect with each other, get to know each other. The game is an excuse to love, to connect, to feel into relationship. The North Node is in Scorpio. We want to be making connections. We want to be making relationships now. And it's beautiful. This Mercury, Venus are going to go into Cancer. Emotional connections. So this is a great week. It's a great weekend. As long as we take all of this mental stuff and don't get lost in the game and lost in the story and lost in our mental wanderings and in the information, but stay grounded, stay rooted in the knowing, I'm just getting this information or I'm just playing this game for a higher purpose. It's the higher purpose And that will then be the guide or the control. And we'll get the right information, and we'll play the right game, and we'll navigate through to happiness, joy, peace, prosperity for everybody, not just for ourselves, yeah? So the mantra for this week, took me forever to come up with this because my mind just went wild with all these rhymes, and oh my God, it's a disaster. I have to, it's like you gotta be in your core. You gotta relax and breathe, and then that mind will work. You know, it's like your mind is like a team of wild horses. You need to like keep the reins on it with your heart and with your breath and with your feeling. Sometimes Gemini can get lost and just be talking too much, thinking too fast, and lose it. Calm down, slow down, feel your way through, harness that mind with your heart. So, yeah. As my mind is fast as lightning, I know it needs my guiding. To get it from the start, that it's here to serve my heart. Kind of catchy, huh? Easy to remember this week when you're getting lost in the busyness and the, you know, the techno and the emails and the conversations. As my mind is fast as lightning, I know it needs my guiding. To get it from the start, that it's here to serve my heart. May all of your thoughts be guided through love. Namaste, aloha. So much love. All right, I can't pass up these guys. They are too good. It is the mother duckling and her little chicks. Gemini is very good at keeping track of its surroundings and what's right in front of its face, what's right in front of your nose. Often has a deeper significance than you might think. So it's good to always be aware and on top of it. That's what Gemini teaches us. There might be some message that these little ducks have for me today in this Pele report. So I want to be sure to get it. There goes Mama. There goes babies. We'll back it off here so we can get all of them. Nice. There they go. Tried not to scare them away, but I probably did. Alas, such is life. Oh, goodness me. Aloha. Namaste. Bye-bye, duckies.